Lessons from Jonah in Modern English. By Charles Spurgeon. Revised and updated by Roger McReynolds. This updated edition copyright Roger McReynolds 2023. Cover design and interior formatting copyright Amber Smart Designs 2023. Scriptures are from the ESV Bible, the Holy Bible, English Standard Version, copyright 2001 by Crossway Bibles, a publishing ministry of Good News Publishers. Used by permission. All rights reserved. ESV Text Edition 2016. Editor's Introduction.
These sermons were taken from Mr. Spurgeon's printed sermons, preached over several decades. They have been arranged in canonical order and translated into modern English for today's reader. Great care was taken to retain the preacher's content, theology, and illustrations. The commentary was taken from the running commentary he would give before a sermon and did not always coincide with that day's sermon text. I have chosen to use a different translation for each of the 4 chapters. This was done to include the entire book of Jonah without violating the standard usage permissions from the various copyright holders.
Spurgeon's Commentary on Jonah, Chapter 1. Using the New King James Version. Jonah 1 verses 1 to 3.
Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out against it, for their wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah arose to flee to Tarshish, from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa, and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare, and went down into it, to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
Observe the misconduct of the prophet Jonah. He had a straightforward command from the Lord, and he understood it. But he felt the task would not be pleasant and honoring to himself, and therefore he refused to obey. We see, from his action, how some, who really know God, may act as if they did not. Jonah knew that God was everywhere, yet he
arose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
What strange inconsistencies are often found in even good people. Here is one, who is favored with a divine commission, one who knows God, and fears him, and yet for all that, he sets out on a fool's errand of trying to escape from the God, who is present everywhere at the same time.
He went down to Joppa,
which was the port of his country,
and found a ship going to Tarshish.
Learn from this, that outward signs, by themselves, are not enough to guide our actions. Jonah may have said, It is quite remarkable that there is a ship here, bound for Tarshish, just when I reached the port. I gather from this that God does not care if I go to Tarshish. Principles, not outward signs, are to guide believers. And where Christians quote an outward indicator against a biblical principle, they act in a strange manner. They set themselves against God. There are indicators from the devil, as well as from God, and there are tempting signs, as well as assisting signs. So learn to distinguish the one from the other.
Verse 4.
But the Lord sent out a great wind on the sea, and there was a mighty tempest on the sea, so that the ship was about to be broken up.
We learn from this, that the all-powerful God has servants everywhere. The Lord is never short of sheriff's officers to arrest his fugitives, and at this time he sent a mighty tempest on the sea.
The wind blows where it wishes.
That is true, but it is also true that the wind blows where God wishes, and he knew how to send that mighty wind to the particular ship. No doubt, many ships were on the Mediterranean at that time, but perhaps the storm was sent only to the one that carried Jonah, son of Amittai. It is said that, every bullet has its billet, meaning every bullet has its target, and this great wind was sent to pursue the runaway prophet.
Verse 5.
Then the mariners were afraid, and every man cried out to his God, and threw the cargo that was in the ship, into the sea, to lighten the load. But Jonah had gone down into the lowest parts of the ship, had lain down, and was fast asleep.
Life is precious, and a person will give up everything else to save it. Satan told the truth when he said,
Skin for skin. Yes, all that a man has, he will give for his life.
We may learn from the actions of these mariners that we may sometimes lighten our ship for the safety of our souls. When we have less to carry, our sailing will probably be safer. Losses and crosses may turn out to our greatest gains. Let our wealth acquired by unfair means go to the bottom of the sea, and the ship will amazingly be kept from capsizing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?